In my spare time or in the early days of Vienna's residency, I was president of the men's club at Our Lady of Good Counsel. When I was asked by the pastor to somehow shut down the sale of pornographic material in the town. Apparently a young boy had bought a pornographic book, and parents didn't want to get involved, but they gave me the information of what had happened. I went to my very first town council meeting to see what I could do. And during the meeting, I noticed a couple of people arrived that I didn't know that weren't there when the meeting started, but I was giving some kind of a little background without implying who was selling the material, because I didn't have first-hand information. What I did want to do was to find some way of shutting it down voluntarily, or having the material in such a place that it wouldn't be seen by young kids. I had a break at the meeting and made a couple of phone calls. Apparently the chief of police arrived and the head of the Chamber of Commerce arrived, and the meeting continued. And I was chastised for trying to interfere with fair trade, sale of materials and so forth, and you can't do this type thing. And I kind of felt like I got a kick in the stomach until the meeting, when it was adjourned again. Each member of council came down and shook hands with me and said, "Keep up the good work, we appreciate what you're doing." They didn't want to go on record as being against the sale of anything. And I didn't understand that at the time, so I started going to council meetings for 5 years.
Wow. And that's before, because you were on the town council.
Oh yeah, you get mad enough, you run for council. Yeah, I went and I got involved in a lot of discussions, and I wasn't a do-gooder, but they were little things. But I enjoyed listening and the whole process of a local community being able to get something done because it had local representation. One of my favorite memories of the public participation in a council meeting was a young Boy Scout came in working on a merit badge of some sort, and he had collected, let's say for round figures, 100 signatures on a petition saying that I will never sign a petition, and he got over 100 signatures. just to show that people don't know what they're signing.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
And that was kind of cute. Funniest thing that happened on council. Got a call one night. People don't believe this. Well, actually, my wife got the call. You know, the whole thing of calling during the day is ridiculous because some people thought we were their elected representatives 24 hours a day. Well, at the time, we were making $300 or $400 a month, I think, for expenses. No, it wasn't even that much. And my wife would say, "Well, he's at work." "What do you mean he's at work? I voted for him." Well, she got one of those calls, and I called him back, and he said, "There's a toad in the commode." And I said, "Well, what do you want me to do? Could you get rid of the toad in the commode?" I said, "Certainly, I'll be right over." So I went over, and I looked, and I said, "By God, you got a toad in the commode." And he said, "Yeah, what are you going to do?" I said, "Watch." That was the end of the toad in the commode. I wasn't going to save that little sucker. Why didn't he think of doing that?
This is at the man's house?
Yeah, it was in his house.
Oh, wow.
How I got there was probably one of his kids. I don't know. We never did figure it out. Didn't hear from him again.